This is kind of a reoccurring theme.
Green monster.
She's never used her staff more. It's a lot of her moves now use the staff. She does a lot of moves where she uses the staff along with punching and kicking. She uses it. She also uses her glaive more in a lot of her animations. You can see in her throws.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure all of her weapons kind of came through, right?
Is that a skeleton when she teleports?
She's had these things for decades now.
Right. And you'd often see her use them in like 2 different moves. And
Right.
as I break this game down, the more I would play it over the last year, it always struck me the range of the characters is really strong because of their weapons. And it kind of occurred to me, this is essentially a weapons fighting game in some ways with a lot of characters. Like, it's way more of a ranged game than we've previously seen in MK.
Down
like,
2,
you can see
holy
her down
shit.
2 is awesome. It's one of my favorites to use in the game.
It definitely covers a lot of.
Yeah, it's a very, very good move. So I'll go over just a few of her normals that I think are core. I think her back 2.
Wiggle stick.
Yeah, the wiggly stick is extremely fast, multiple hits, really easy to, you see it, hit confirm it into a special move. Good damage. It's an awesome whiff punisher.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's definitely there to keep the distance, right?
Exactly.
Like I have this much space at all times.
When she's hovering around this range, if you think you're going to hit a button or whiff an attack, you're in a lot of trouble.
Yep.
It is a high, so if they do like a down 4 under it or they can duck it, it's going to whiff, but it's awesome for controlling this upper level, like chest area space.
There's some really incredible stuff just with how the staff moves. Like the anime
looks
like,
pretty.
A lot of the moves that the staffs make, the little just micro moves, are so visible and cool.
Shoutouts too to the audio team. I love the clank, clank, clank the staff moves make. So another one I wanted to show is her forward 2, which is a big long-range overhead.
Wow.
This is actually relatively slow. It's over 20 frames, and I think if you're really looking for it, you can see it. But if you're not ready, if you're crouch blocking for other reasons, you know, you think she's going to down 4 or whatever, she can hit you with it.
Yep.
She's not going to get a pop-up. She's going to have to just do the full string, or she's going to have to just commit to doing the shadow kick. But it's a pretty good overhead with a lot of range. And I think it kind of complements what you were saying about her back too.
Right.
Like a lot of times I'll kind of hover around this range, they're looking for this, they're focused on that, and she can just kind of dash up and throw, or do a jump in, and it's kind of a move that keeps you thinking at all times.
She's like a mid-screen character.
Exactly.
Yep.
Another one that complements that is her forward 3, which is one of her kick strings. It's this full thing. Now this is a great low. She can actually hit confirm it and go into a special move. If she sees that it's blocked, she can stay safe and finish it.
And it
If she
fucking
thinks they're gonna try to
advances.
interrupt, she can complete the string. That heavily complements her forward 2, and it's significantly faster. It's just an overall great low attack.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So if they're sitting there hyper-focused on this, they also have to worry about this. And again, that sets up jumping back, walking back and zoning, doing a jump in. She really controls like that start of the range space really, really well.
Yep.
And one more move I want to look at is her back 3. And this is her key mid. It's pretty fast. She can hit confirm it again into her special moves. She can just continue the string and be safe. And it's the mid you'll use if they're ducking a lot.
Right.
Like if you're using this and Sub-Zero won't stop uppercutting you out of it, you can walk up and it's really good range. And then that's going to open up, again, your throws,
It's
your
safe though,
zoning,
right?
whatever you kind of want to do.
Rest of her tools.
Exactly.
So I mean, we've kind of talked a little bit about. So her archetype as a character would be, how would you put it?
I would say she controls space, and that lets her play her game, which is very versatile based on what she wants to do. She's got some good zoning, decent mix-ups.
God, I can't wait to play this
some
game.
good block pressure. She can, and you'll see some interesting special moves. So I would say space control leading to her then kind of playing her game, which is
Now
tailored to your variation.
How do you play your game?
Well, that's getting into special moves and kind of show some of them. So
Yes,
you
please.
always want to bring back the core moves when you think of Jade. And so the shadow kick's one of them.
Yep.
It's exactly what you'd expect from a shadow kick. It's a high, but it's very fast. It has a
There's a lot of
second hit.
space.
Yeah, it's a great whiff punisher, a great... Sometimes I'll just be walking back, and if the opponent, I think he's going to do an ice ball or something, I'll just preemptively do it, and I'll take the risk.
Right.
And he might punish me, and that's a bummer, but I'll take the risk.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, and then her glaives are back, but they're done a little different. You kind of took the spirit of the glaive, but they're now a slow-moving projectile with a lot of wind-up, but you can see they cover a ton of space. And that makes them awesome if you think the opponent is going to jump in, like they'll get hit by the tail of it.
I actually appreciate
or you
that
think they're
slower.
trying to walk in. So it's not like a projectile you spam. It complements her space control. Like you kind of do it just to say, no, the mid-screen is mine, stay back,
Right.
don't move. And then if they try to jump it and they're going to jump early because it has such a long tail, that's what your down 4 is for. So in my
down
opinion, your
4.
zoning with
Okay.
the glaive is really kind of to slow the pace of the match down, to then walk into the mid-range to do all the stuff we talked about.
Right.
You know, one thing we don't talk about a lot, which I think is really important, is props in the game, right?
Like
a lot
first
of-
hit
First hit
props
props?
or
Well,
like weapons?
First
Oh,
hit
not
props.
first hit props.
Okay.
Weapons and things like that.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters who are in Mortal Kombat are iconic, not because of just their character, because of what they carry.
Yes.
Right.
You know, the glaive is, and the staff, very important things. And you know, big ups to the team that makes the props for, you know, helping create the character and
that
making it have
Shrek?
even more depth because of how cool the props are and the amount of props they have to make.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot.
there's a lot. Like, there's one for Jade that it's kind of similar to a fan, which is like MK2 when she was a katana palette swap. There's some that have like glowing energy. There's curved ones. There's straight ones. Like, there's a million different glaives.
But all
There's
these
like
things put
classic
together,
MP3 ones. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
all these things put together, they still have to match her personality. They can't
Yes.
be like, she can't throw radios at you.
That
Well, I
would
mean,
be-
she could.
She
She
could.
could.
She could.
It would probably break some of the mythology.
They probably don't have radio technology in Outworld.
I never thought about that. But
Right.
you are the lore master, so let's keep going.
The last classic move would be her glow is back. She's fully projectile immune, has this snazzy purple effect, and any projectile is going to go through her while it's active. So
Flash is so fast.
while she can slow the pace down with her zoning, it's hard to zone her because she can have this on.
Right. And then she just gets in right on you.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
And her last base move is this parry, which has the coolest into I've ever seen in my life.
Like, for the most part, I'm just going to do that to people online. Like, that's all I care about doing.
And she can amplify it into this awesome. I absolutely love the way she recovers out of that next snap. Look at that. I'm marking out.
The way
So-
the way her arms kind of just go to the side when she's done.
Oh, yeah.
Is super. Just like it's. I've never seen a more awesome looking nonchalant neck
Yes.
break.
It's
She
effortless.
looks really
True
cool.
story. I actually accidentally hit Aaron using a Japanese like wall scroll rolled up and pretending to do one of her normals. I accidentally hit him in the QA lab.
Well, it's
So let's go over some of the loadout moves I gave her. I started with my personal one I like to use, which is a zoning variation.
Yeah.
And I know you like these ones too. So
I-
she has an
Ooh.
upgrade. And if she meter burns it, it's great. She amplifies. She gets a second one.
It's a lot like Robin.
This move dominates the air.
Yes.
If you want to jump, if
You
you're
can't.
you are in a lot of trouble.
And I have to learn some
They
footsies.
stay up there for a while, too, right? So, I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, you're being pushed down for
And
quite some time.
She's not controlling them. So
No.
she's free to do these, and the arc is automatic, and then if you're hit, you can see you get a big hit reaction. You can go for shadow kick and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love this move. She also has an air glaive that goes straight down, and that's a double one. You can use this to fake out jump ins, to jump back, and if they whiff a normal, you do it. It's
To stay in the air longer.
yeah, exactly, to go over ground
That's interesting.
pounds or whatever. And then the last move in this I also really like is a extremely quick low projectile.
Oh, wow.
Spock.
Yeah, this is a brand new move, and I think it's great again for space control.
I
Especially
like that one.
if you have them looking for the overhead and they're hyper focused and they're afraid of it, you can just do this to knock them down for a little bit, chip damage.
You're literally controlling every aspect of the fight when you have
Yeah.
this setup.
Yeah.
Like, you can go low, you can go up. Like, you're controlling everything.
Stream chat was confused. Aaron Davis from
yes.
QA.
Yes. Not
Yeah.
another Aaron. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dizzy, ex-tournament player Dizzy. I actually hit him as revenge for all those MK9 losses.
You'll get over it someday, sir.
One other move would be her staff spin. I forgot about that. This is just a great combo ender. In the corner, you actually get a combo.
That's
Normally, she's not really
awesome.
a combo character. For all her space control, she really isn't opening up with these huge combos. She
Right.
just kind of ends in a special move. But
I would
in the
imagine she
corner,
has
'cause
moves
of that
to
staff
make her
spin,
combo heavy, huh?
like a lot of times when I have
I
someone in
hope,
the corner,
at least.
I'll mix up her overhead or her low and go into throws and they're looking for it, and she'll actually get that 30% combo. So the staff spin's pretty cool.
Awesome.
I just like it for the additional damage, right? Like, you just add that to almost
Yeah,
everything.
it's no reason not to do it, and it also has amazing audio and looks cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we keep going, let's talk real quick. What do you do against Jade?
The main thing against Jade would be don't freak out, walk your way in, pick your opportunity. If you think she's going to do the low spark, you get a free jump in. And while you're going to eat a down 2, it's not the end of the world. because her combos are going to do less than your combos because she's not really that much of a combo character. Like if she's fighting Baraka, she's going to zone him out, but if he gets in, he's going to do a lot more damage than her.
Sure.
The other thing is a lot of her good stuff is high. So it pays off to just duck, and again, she does have the back 3, which is a great mid, but that's not going to lead to a huge combo. So it's kind of, the way you deal with space control is accept, all right, she's really good at controlling the space, but when I get in, I'm going to get going because our moves are on the slower side, and there's a lot of built-in weaknesses for when you're up close. I would say up close, she's okay. She can get the job done.
But she wants to knock you back, basically, again, and continue her game.
Right.
And with the variation system, if you want all those zoning moves, you don't have a lot of the other moves we're going to show, which are pretty strong.
Awesome.
So this loadout, first off, I'm just going to say this costume is the
Wow.
greatest thing to ever be designed. I'm all in. This is why I like this costume. Is amazing.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to geek out this much, but I can help myself.
Here's the thing. Maybe
Looks
you're not,
really cool.
but we all accept the fact that you're going to,
Okay.
and I sort of love it.
Okay, so on this loadout, she is more rushdown based. If the zoning's not working out for you, she has a command run. Also, everyone that's emo that run has gone in MKX because you don't have a neutral, you can play Jade. And so this pole vault move, if you just let it go, she'll actually do some damage. Like sometimes I'll use it, it's just a combo ender and get some additional damage.
Right.
She can also hold it and actually go like full screen. And she can cancel it. So she actually gets some pressure off this, like, and then she can go for a overhead, low mix up, or a throw. There's not a lot of options to be like super plus on block, but it can catch the opponent off guard, and there's some like minor advantage she can get. It's pretty decent.
Can I give you some props?
Okay.
The name you've given this version, It Ain't Easy, is pretty good.
I think every MK9 Jade player is saying amen.
Yeah.
The other thing about this move is the meter burn actually hops up, looks awesome, and is tied to one of her crushing blows. The requirement for this one is kind of interesting. This has to connect from a very significant far distance, and it will actually trigger a very nasty crushing blow.
Some good damage.
The last thing we gave her on this loadout, and this complements her rushdown, is her old UMK3 and MK9 double shadow kick.
Yeah.
So this does the same damage as the other one. The main thing is it pushes them hella far back, and it does not reverse their corner positioning, which you were asking about earlier, and that's why I equipped this. So, for example, notice the other one, she would teleport behind.
Correct.
When I'm doing these corner combos now, they're still in the corner. So my personal loadout, this is one of my favorite moves to use.
It's fun having 26 now years of moves to look at.
Yeah.
You're like, now that you're able to create these characters, like there's so many homages to things of the past, and that's really cool.
So let's do one more loadout, maybe?
Let's do it.
I'm a big fan of this costume too.
I'm a fan of all of these costumes.
What we got? What's she gonna look like
The
now?
game looks gorgeous. The characters look gorgeous.
I'm also a super fan of the maskless version. That's what I use because her face is really cool, and I love her hair. So this one, we gave her, it is an ability, and it actually enhances her normal attacks, and she gains a whole group of normal attacks she can use.
Can you get
and they're
closer
all
to her
based
face?
on using martial arts with the staff at the same time. For example, she gains this new ender. She gains this one, is absolutely awesome. And I think the coolest of all, this actually changes her sweep. And she gets the best sweep in the history of Mortal Kombat.
Hella disc.
Can I tell you how fun it is listening to you talk about characters you're really into? This is the coolest thing ever. Now the next
it's
thing,
a sweep.
This is cooler than the last thing.
No, this sweep is OD and beautiful looking. And it has amazing audio.
Can you show the swing again? The batters up, I'm going to call it?
Yes, I love how she catches it.
Oh, that's so cool.
So those are our 3 loadouts I chose. There's still a couple more we didn't show.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot
How
the
could you
best
forget
string.
that? Your favorite one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and you don't have the the bunk in any of these ones?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
There's still a couple.
All right, we'll save those.
You showed throws and such too, right?
But we do have the fatal blow.
Oh, right. Boom. Is it an overhead?
It is not an overhead.
Okay.
She's really
That would
pretty.
be extremely good.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be.
Maybe it should be. But yeah, again, most of her stuff is to get get the opponent away from her.
I'm so
So
excited.
she can control the screen again. Yep.
With just enough offense to get the job done, but for the most part, she's going to be happy from the mid-range.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
if that's your play style, I think you'll like her a lot.
Awesome. So let's tie it all together.
Okay.
So Jade.
Green.
Green? Yes. What is she to you?
With the custom variation system, she's not always green.
True.
Awesome. So if you're a fighting game player, like you probably are if you're watching, or if you're not, here you go. What type of player wants to play Jade, do you think?
I think she's going to appeal to people that like a slower pace.
Yeah.
You're not a maniac. You don't want to rush in.
You want to control the match.
Yeah, you want to control the pace so you can think. And
Right.
that's not a blow up. I'm a slow thinker. So that's great. I think if you don't want to deal with trying to get in, like
Right.
you're someone that hates zoning, don't hate the player, hate the game. Get in, use zone.
I don't know if that's where that works.
Does that not work?
Yeah, no, that's not how that works. Okay.
Anyway, she's got a reflex, she's got her invulnerability. Like, there's no excuse for her to be zoned out.
Awesome.
Right.
And then I think if you kind of like weirder moves like the parries and the run cancels, the run cancels, if you have execution, I mean, you could make a loadout based on that, just like I said with Cabal. So
Right.
I actually think if you like space control, she's pretty versatile and can do a little bit of everything along with the space control.
Awesome. She's great. She looks great. It's awesome watching. And she's your main right now.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. I've played.
I wasn't exaggerating about all in on Scarlet. I'm like 9 out of 10 all in Scarlet. Jade just surpassed the 10 out of 10.
Awesome. So thank you so much.
Oh, that was
Matt
interesting.
Burke, tell me, what do you think about what are your thoughts on Jade?
On Jade? Can I tell you my favorite thing about Jade?
Please.
Yeah.
When you throw the glaives and they hit the ground, they have physics and they'll like catch an edge and kind of hang there for a second and fall down, and it's like a really nice little touch that I like. Yeah.
Cool.
This is why we got Burke a camera and a microphone.
Physics minutia.
It's for physics stuff.
Yeah.
I bring the math.
He brings the math, y'all. Thank you so much, Steve. Jade. So she is now.
She's back.
She's back and better than ever and ready to go.
Oh yeah.
While we
primary
were showing
design
that,
is
Selena
awesome.
Vega was messaging about just OMG.
You are Hollywood as hell.
No, I don't think that's true.
Wow.
I didn't mean to say
Wow.
that. You know what? It's funny that now that, it does.
While you guys were doing that, I wasn't paying attention.
It's funny because I hate when people do stuff like that, and I kind of just did it, but I didn't mean to.
No, you.
No, we understand you're Hollywood.
Hollywood as hell.
Came out wrong. That's not what I meant. Hey guys, we got some new stuff coming. Let me look at our list here. I don't know if you saw it on our Twitter. We have the Science of Mortal Kombat coming. So I want to real quickly show you that trailer. After that, we're going to go do a quick. We've seen Baraka. He's been in some at the reveal day, that sort of thing, etc.
One hint to stay tuned. No, you haven't seen all his moves.
Yeah.
What?
So we added some cool stuff in there. We're gonna have Ken Morris come out here for some washed up warriors.
Nice.
Let's show that trailer real quick, Mr. Burke.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Scarlet are some of the deadliest characters in all of video game history. How would they fare in a fight to the death with the laws of physics? I'm Kyle Hill. Join me by experts and a legion of minions ready to do my sciencey bidding as we test fatalities, brutalities, and realities in science.
I'd never forget a fight.
Did they play the Cabal trailer in the background for some shit? CM Punk. Hell yeah, 4 days from now, I'm excited.
He sounds ready.
Not bad.
And we are back the 18th. Very soon we're going to see
Oh
some of
boy.
Science. I love science.
Oh, that Jade,
I've
huh?
seen
Holy
the
shit.
episodes. It's awesome. Super
Spoilers.
awesome.